All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna make like a slow transition to down dog this morning. So let's start with our feet in butterfly pose. And then I want you to slide them forward just a little bit so that you're making a bit of a diamond in your legs. And then just hang on here to the shin bones, close the eyes, and then sit up nice and tall. And then I just want you to like tune into the places through your feet and your lower body that are touching the floor. Really good. And then as we inhale, we'll start to pull back on the shin bones. So pull the elbows back, lift up through your chest like a little back bend, and then exhale, rock a little bit back and round out your spine. So you'll tuck the chin. And let's just keep going like that a few times. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, roll back. We'll go 2 more like that. And inhale to come up and sit tall. And then exhale, we're gonna do our best to like just ragdoll over the feet. So your head kind of moves. It's like as if you were gonna rest your forehead into your feet. And if that's really intense, you can walk your hands forward just to prop yourself up. Is really energizing the legs. A lot of breath. Send a lot of breath into your legs. And then we'll inhale to come right back up to your seat. And then go ahead and pull your feet in a little bit closer so that we're more in that little butterfly shape. We're just gonna flap the knees a few times. And then let the knees fall towards the floor and close the eyes if you opened them, and then grab a hold of your feet. So just take your thumb to give a little massage here to the inner feet, insides of your feet. And then just either hanging on to your feet, or you can grab your ankles, or you can grab your shins. And we're gonna do the same thing here. We'll inhale, draw the elbows back, lift your chest, and then exhale, rock back and round out your spine. We'll keep going. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round it out. 2 more. And then inhale to sit up nice and tall. And as we exhale, we're gonna move into this fold. So this fold, we're trying to keep our back actually pretty straight. So you might not go down as far. Reach your tailbone back, reach your heart forward. And see if you can let the knees just fall toward the floor a little more. And then we'll inhale to come right back up to your seat. So before we transition, close your eyes here. Let's take a moment to set an intention for the day. Awesome. And then we'll inhale to just roll back out of the pose. Go ahead and cross at the ankles. We're gonna come onto your belly just for about 3 minutes. We're gonna be here on your belly. So once you get to your belly, we'll take this right leg out to the side. So I'm gonna give you a couple of options here. You can just chill like how I am here. So your right leg is out to the side. You wanna flex your right foot. So you've got a 90-degree angle at the knee. And then you could just rest your chin or your forehead down onto your hands like this. And if you wanted like a little bit more of a stretch, you can actually pop up to your forearms here. So it's like a version of Sphinx pose. And this can sometimes just create a little bit more of an opening there in the inner thigh. So just send a lot of breath into the groin on the right side and into the inside of that leg. So we don't often get a lot of inner groin stretching. So just want to get in there today. Feel free to close your eyes and just tune into the sensations. We're spending about 90 seconds on each side. And if you've come up and it's starting to feel a little too intense, you can also come back down onto and just rest onto the hands. And then we'll go ahead and just gently release this leg. So bring it back onto the mat. And then we're going right into the other side. So pick this left knee up, bring it out to the side. Let's make a 90-degree angle with this left knee. Okay, flex your left foot. And you're either gonna rest onto your hands or you'll come up to your forearms. So if you come up to your forearms and your hips are starting to lift off the mat too much, I would say come back down onto your hands. I usually personally like to spend a little bit of time on the forearms and a little bit of time just resting onto my hands. This is a really good one to release lower back. So it's actually really good for you, Shannon, if you're going to be on your feet a lot today. And just a little bit longer here. And then we'll go ahead and release this leg. So bring it back to your mat. Let's take your hands underneath your shoulders, untuck your toes. So just make sure that your feet are about hip distance or maybe a tad wider. And we'll come up for baby cobra. We're gonna inhale as you lift up, pause for a moment, and then exhale, lower down. And just keep going like that. Inhale to lift up, pause for a moment as you get there, exhale and lower down. So just a couple more. Very good. And then we're going to tuck the toes. Okay, send the butt or the butt bones back to the heel bones, resting your third eye onto the mat, and just take a couple breaths here in your puppy pose. Really breathing into the armpits. And then we'll make our way up to downward facing dog. So we can tuck the toes, go ahead and lift up. All right. Good morning, everyone. So relaxing the head and the neck. I know I say that a lot, but it's amazing how much tension we hold through the face without really kind of realizing it. So just relax all those muscles. Beautiful. Now listen up. We're going to inhale, look towards your hands, and step your right foot in between your hands. We're just doing a little bit of a warm up here. So as you inhale, step back into your plank pose. And as you exhale, step your left foot in between your hands. Okay, so it just looks like this. We're just gonna switch nice and easy back and forth between your right foot and your left. And then you'll land with your right foot in front. And then take a moment to pause here. So inhale, lift up through your chest, and then pause as you exhale. We'll step to the top of your mat. Inhale, Arda Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down your legs. And let's root to rise. Inhale, sweep the arms up. So as we exhale, we're going to stand onto the left foot and just catch your right knee and hug your right knee into your chest. So just squeeze that knee in. It's a little stretch for the hip. Yes, it's a balance challenge. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Good. Releasing this foot down, release your hands down. All right, let's inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Let's exhale, step, walk, or jump back. You can take that first Chaturanga Dandasana if you like. Feel free to modify. Beautiful. And then we'll come back to downward facing dog. And just steady out your breath. We're going to do the exact same thing again, but we're stepping with the left foot first. So as you inhale, look towards your hands, step your left foot in between your hands. And then just in your own timing, in your own pace, you're going to step to plank and then switch feet. I'm actually up on my fingertips for this because it creates a little bit of a longer arm and more space. So you'll step your left foot forward and pause. And just hold here. Inhale, lift up through your heart, pause here. And then we'll step to the top of your mat. Inhale, Arda Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Let's root to rise. Here we go. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take your arms behind. Let's interlace the fingers. Yeah, inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. So with each breath, just inviting your, like all that skin through your back, along your spine, to warm and soften. And then we'll take the hands down. Inhale, lift your head and heart. You can exhale, step, walk, or jump your way back and take that Vinyasa or modified Vinyasa. So we'll meet back in that downward dog. Awesome. Sweet. Okay, same little sequence, but we're going to add on to it a little bit. So as we inhale, look towards your hands, step your right foot in between your hands. Good. Pausing here, and then you can take that same little step switch, okay? Or you can take a little jump switch and just start to jump the legs. And you don't have to move super fast. We're going to land with the right foot in front and let the back knee come to the floor. Woo! Okay, coming up for low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then as you exhale, interlace the fingers and bring the hands behind your head. Let's go ahead and lift up through the chest and start to move the hips forward. Lifting up through the chest, moving the hips a little bit forward. And then you can start to drop the head back a little bit. One more breath. And then we'll inhale, come right back up to a nice tall spine. Exhale, release your hands to come down and frame your foot. Okay, little change here. Lift your back leg, and we're gonna step your back leg behind your front leg, so your feet are crossed. Yes, inhale, lift your head and your heart, and exhale, fold. So it's exactly as you would be, right, if your feet were side by side, only the left leg is crossed behind the right, giving you a deeper stretch through your IT bands. Taking a nice deep breath in, long breath out. And then inhale to look up, look forward. Exhale, uncross your feet and forward fold. We'll come to stand. Inhale, root to rise. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands come behind you. One more time, let's interlace the fingers. Roll the shoulders back, breathing in. Exhale, folding down the legs. Gorgeous. Let's release the hands down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, you'll step, walk, or jump back. Move through your vinyasa. Come back to your breath. So I'm sure you know what's coming, but we'll be doing the exact same thing on the other side. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Okay, all right, cool. Let's inhale, look towards your hands, step your left foot in between your hands and hold here. And then just when you're ready, okay, you're taking the jump switch or the step switch. If you're still feeling like you're not quite warm, just go a little slower. We're gonna land with the left foot in front, and we bring the back knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, up, up. We're in our low lunge. Exhale, hands come behind the head. We're gonna find that little hammock, move the hips forward, lift the chest. Move the hips forward, lift the chest, maybe drop the head back. Good, breathe into your side body. We'll take a deep breath in as you come right back up, nice tall spine. Exhale, release your hands to frame your foot. Let's lift your back knee. Okay, inhale, lift your back knee. Exhale, step to cross behind your left foot. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold down the legs. So this can be pretty intense, this stretch here. So just be mindful if you need to bend your knees a little bit or adjust in some way. One more breath. Awesome. Let's inhale, lift your gaze, look forward. Exhale, uncross the legs and forward fold down the legs. We'll root to rise. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, take your right arm down beside your right leg. Come into a side stretch. So I'm going to give you a little option. You can stay here and just stretch. Or if you want to take it into a little bit more of a balance or a core exercise, you can come into starfish. Just a big, funky little balance. And as we inhale, we'll come right back up to center, sweep the arms up, feet together. Exhale, left arm comes down, we find the side stretch. Or we come into that starfish. Inhale, feet together, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Let's take that vinyasa, step, walk, or jump your way back. Let's find that down dog. So we're going to be doing that sequence again, but I'm going to add on to it again. I love doing that, building on things. Let's take one more breath here. And then inhale, look for your hands, step the right foot in between your hands. Okay, so again, little step switch or little jump switch, up to you. We're going to land with the right foot in front. Root your left hand and sweep your right hand up. So find the easy twist here. Yeah, left hand is down, right arm is up. Good. Let's take another deep breath in. Exhale, right arm comes down. Okay, so listen up. We're going to straighten both legs out, and then we'll step your back leg in quite a bit, and you're going to root the heel. So this is pyramid pose. It's like we're kind of in triangle pose, but we're facing forward. So your back foot is spiraled to the floor. Inhale, lift your gaze, look forward. Exhale, fold down the legs. Now, once we get here, you could just keep your hands just like they are, or you can walk the hands back towards your back foot, flip your thumbs to face forward, and simply hold here. Just deepens it a little bit. Good. Inhale, walk your hands forward, lift your chest. So what we did there is we got into the hamstring a little bit, and you'll see why in a second. We're going to step this left foot behind your right foot, just like we did earlier. Come back into this cross step. Inhale, lift and look forward, and then take your fold. Woo. Okay, so here's the next transition. Inhale, look up, look forward. So as we exhale, we take our right hand in front. We're going to start to transition the weight into the right foot, pick the left foot up, and come into Arda Chandrasana half moon pose, where you're stacking the hips and then eventually stacking the shoulders, and we're standing on the right leg. So I'm going to take a look at everybody here, so make sure everybody got that. Yes. Just keep coming into it. There it is. We're here for 3, 2. Let's take a big step back to warrior 2. Boom. And then we just make our way right here, warrior 2. Let's take a rest here in warrior 2. And just take a moment to breathe. We'll inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands to frame your foot. Pick your back heel up. We're coming into 3-legged dog. Here we go. Root your hands. Keep your back leg where it is. Sweep your right leg up. Let's bend the knee, open up the hip. Now, if you want to flip your dog, you're welcome to. I'm going to hold my 3-legged dog this morning, but if you want to flip it and come into your wild thing, total option there. Gorgeous. And then we'll come back to 3-leg dog as you inhale. Let's straighten the right leg up, square off the hip, and then come into a plank pose. Pause here with me in plank pose. We're coming onto your forearms, lower down, and we're holding here for 5 breaths. So if this gets too intense, you can always lower the knees. We'll stay super strong, stabilized through your core for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back to your hands. So press it up. And as you exhale, you can take a vinyasa or a child's pose, or just come back to down dog. We'll come back to down dog and just find. Let's stay here for 5 breaths. Okay, same, left side. Inhale, look forward, step your left foot in between your hands. And then when you're up for it, you step or jump switch the legs. We're going to land with the left foot in front. So we've got that lunge going on here. Root the right hand down and sweep the left hand up. So stay lifted through your inner thighs. And then we'll exhale, release the left hand down. So we're stepping the back foot forward a bit to come into your pyramid pose. So I forgot to say this on the other side. You're lining up heel to heel, okay? So just be mindful that your right foot isn't you're not on a wire. When you're ready, fold down the legs. Stay lifted through the inner thighs. You could walk your hands back if you like. Flip the thumbs forward and pop up to the fingertips. And then we'll inhale, walk the hands forward, lift your head and chest, and then we just take this right foot behind the left. So you're going to cross the right foot behind. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale, fold down the middle of those crossed legs. So notice if you're getting a little floppy around your kneecaps, keep the thighs lifting up the legs to stay engaged through the thighs. Good, let's inhale, look up, look forward. So here's that transition, right? We're gonna shift into the left foot, left arm comes underneath the left shoulder. We start to lift the right leg, and then you gotta open that hip and stack the right hip on top of the left, just like you would if you were in side plank. And then eventually, right hand comes to the hip, or it reaches up for the sky. Arda Chandrasana. We're here for 3. Notice what's happening in your standing foot. That foot tries to kind of turn, so keep the toes pointing forward. And then big step back to warrior 2. Woo. And we'll just use this to rest for a moment. Good. Inhale, reversing our warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands to frame the foot. Let's pick the back heel up. Root your hands, 3-legged dog. Here we go. Inhale, left leg to the sky. And then bending the knee and opening the hip. So we're in that down dog, and the left leg is up. So if you flipped it on the other side, you can flip it here. I'm going to stay here this morning. Well, inhale, come back to 3-leg dog. So straighten that leg out, square off your hip, come to plank pose. And we're coming back to the forearms. So lower down onto those forearms. If you need to lower the knees, that's okay. Squeeze and hold, 5, 4. Keep those hips lifted so they're not dropping down lower than the shoulders. 2. Press it back to your hands. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, you can Vinyasa or child's pose. Come back to down dog and just breathing here. Sweet. All right, we're here for 5 breaths. So if you need a rest, you can lower down for child's pose. Okay, so we'll inhale, look towards your hands, step your right foot in between your hands. And this time we're going to come all the way up to high lunge, root to rise, sweep the arms up. Nice. So making sure that you're up on the back ball of your foot, so your heel is a bit lifted off the ground. And then the hands can be shoulder distance, or you could actually bring your palms together. Let's take a deep breath in. So listen up here. As we exhale, we're going to slowly lower this back knee to the mat, and you're coming over for a twist. So you're going to come right into that low lunge prayer twist. Yes. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release the hands down. We're going to come right into standing split. So we push through the front foot, lift the back leg, and then eventually you can start to come into that fold down the leg. I'm just going to come over. Come into spine, you guys. Awesome. Those look great. So you use the thigh of your lifted leg. That's what lifts your leg. Yes. One more breath. So let's inhale, lift your gaze, look forward. Take your left knee. We're bringing it behind your calf. You're going to bend the knees a little bit. So it's like a little dip. Okay? Inhale, back to that little standing split. Exhale, take that little dip. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, find the dip, but come all the way down to your seat. So sit your bum inside, what is that? Your left heel. Your ankle, right ankle is crossed over your left thigh. So catch a hold of your knee, this top knee, and just hug it into your chest, sit up nice and tall. Oh gosh, I'm remembering that I didn't have you guys do your balance on your left side. We're gonna have to do that in a minute. Okay, lifting up through the chest, rooting down through your sitting bones. And then we'll take the right hand behind your right hip. Inhale, sweep your left arm up, and then come over for the twist as you exhale. So I always find with a twist, for me personally, I come in pretty easy and just work your way in. Inhale, find a little length. Exhale, little deeper twist instead of just like wrenching your back into it. Couple more breaths here. Beautiful. So we'll inhale, come back to face forward. Keep going and we'll just take a little counter twist. So right elbow coming inside the knee. You can press to find your twist. Look over that left shoulder. And then inhale, look forward. Let's go ahead and come out the pose. We're gonna rock and roll 5 times. And let's see if you can come right into your chair pose, okay, from your rock and roll. On that 5th one, you'll bring it up for chair pose. Woo! It's a tough transition, but you can do it. There it is. Nice. Okay. Just closing the eyes here for a moment. Just feel your weight come back into your heels. And then as we exhale, we'll come all the way up to stand here. And we're gonna take this left knee into your chest because I forgot to do this earlier. So you're standing into your right foot. You're gonna hug this knee into your chest. Squeeze, give that hip a little squeeze. And then slowly release. Hands will come down by your sides. Woohoo! Let's inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold down the legs. Inhale, half lift. We'll step, walk, or jump back, Vinyasa. And then find that down dog. Nice deep breath in, nice long breath out. And then as we inhale, looking toward your hands, taking left foot in between the hands, we're finding that high lunge, okay? Rooting to rise, sweep the arms up. So sometimes I get really high up on the back ball of the foot. If you can kind of see, my heel is really far up. I don't know if you can see that. But depending on how my hip is feeling or my leg, sometimes I'll sink the heel down. Like these little changes create a different experience. So shoulders, arms width or palms together. We'll take a nice deep breath in here. And as we exhale, we're going to start lowering this back knee nice and easy to the floor as we come across to twist to the left, hooking our right elbow. So you want to twist from your spine, not from your hips. So keeping your hips square, loosening up all the tissue through your rib cage. Okay, we'll inhale, look forward, and then exhale, let's take the hands down. We'll come towards that standing split. So we start to press through this left foot. We'll come right up into it, just shifting the weight. I walk my hands in front of me a bit and lift this back leg. It's like some days you come into this one and it feels really good, and other days it's like, oh my God, you can't wait to get out of it. So just be wherever you are. This right thigh is supposed to engage to lift your right leg. And then inhale as you lift your gaze, look forward. Exhale, we're going to take that little dip. So bring that right knee behind your left calf, bend the knees. Inhale, press that leg back up. Exhale, little dip. One more time. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, little dip, but we're coming all the way down this time. And we'll sit inside the right heel. Make sure you don't sit on your heel. Left ankle's crossed over. You've got that left knee on top. Let's grab it. Just hug it in for a moment. We'll take the left hand behind the left hip. Inhale, sweep the right arm up, and then bring it over for the twist. Amazing. Inhale, come to look forward. Exhale, let's unwind the twist. Take the little counter twist. And then we'll inhale to look back towards the front of our mat. And then just coming out the back of the pose, we'll take a reverse tabletop here. Feet are hip distance. You guys know this, but flip the fingertips to point towards your feet. And then we'll start to lift up through your hips. This is a big shoulder stretch, so go in slow. Looking at the belly button. the shoulders are okay, you can start to look up and then maybe drop the head back. And slowly lower those hips down. We're going to cross at the ankles, roll forward and come into plank pose. Yes. So we did this earlier, but we did it very slow. We're going to go a little faster. Most of you know this. You've done it with me before, whether in yoga or core cardio. Okay, you're going to walk down, down to the forearms, and then up, up to the hands. Just a couple more. And then let your knees come down for just a moment, because we're going to do that on the other side. So whatever side you were walking down first, we're switching. Okay, so back to plank. We come down on the other side. Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. One more. Good. And then lower the knees, come to sit back on your heels, turn the palms to face up, and relax the shoulders. Let's close the eyes. Just noticing the effects of that movement through your chest, your shoulders, your arms. And then we'll come back to downward facing dog. Okay, so I was debating if I was going to take us through this, but I'm going to go ahead and just do it. So I'm going to take everything we've already done, and I'm taking you through all of it in one sequence. So we won't hold it for a long period of time, but we'll basically move on an inhale and on an exhale. I'll guide you, so you don't have to, think about it, but just so you know what's coming. Well, inhale, look towards your hands, step your right foot in between your hands, and you're either stepping or switching the feet. Go as slow as you need to go, or as fast as you want. We're gonna land with the right foot in front. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, high lunge. Now, as you exhale, we're going to take the hands behind the head and slowly lower your back knee down. Inhale, move the hips forward, lift the chest. Exhale, let the head fall back into the hands. One breath. Inhale, come back up, reach up. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Hook that left elbow. One breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release your hands down. Okay, we're gonna step this left foot step down into the right foot for standing split. Inhale, lifting up, up, up. Exhale, folding down, down, down for one breath. Inhale, lift your gaze, look forward. Exhale, take this little dip, knee behind. Inhale, reach up. Now as you exhale, we're coming into half moon pose, Arda Chandrasana. Here's this little transition. Okay, right hand under right shoulder. Stack the left hip on top of right. Option to reach the left arm up. Take a deep breath in. Slowly take your left hand back to the floor, square off your hips, and bring your left knee behind your right ankle and have a seat. So here we are, right? Again in this little twist. Grab the knee, inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, right hand will come behind your right hip. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Exhale, find the twist. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, little counter twist. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, we're gonna rock and roll right through your vinyasa. Coming back into downward dog. Yay. So just regrouping here for a moment. And we'll go through that on the left side. Let's inhale, step the left foot in between the hands. You'll move through your jump or your step switch, up to you. Ooh, my mat is getting super wet. We're gonna land with the left foot in front. Inhale, sweep the arms up, high lunge. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the head. Let's take a deep breath in, and then just slowly start to lower the back knee towards the floor. Inhale, move the hips forward, lift the chest. Exhale, you can drop the head back into the hands. Inhale, come up, reach up. Exhale, prayer twist. One breath. We'll inhale, look forward. Exhale, we're coming into that standing split. Lift the back leg, deep breath in. Exhale, fold for one breath. Let's take an inhale, lift your head and heart. Exhale, take this little dip, right? Right knee comes behind the left calf, bend the knees, little dip. And then as we inhale, we're gonna come into this Arda Chandrasana. Left hand under left shoulder, right hip on top of left. Stack the right shoulder on top of the left. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the right hand, square off your hips, and pull your right knee behind your left ankle and have a seat. Woo, good job, y'all. Right on. So we'll hug the knee. Take the left hand behind the left hip. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come around for that counter twist. Inhale, look forward. And then we're coming back for this little reverse tabletop. Feet are hip distance. Fingertips point towards your feet. Inhale, come in mindfully. Lifting up as far as you can without going too far. And then we're going to lower the hips down. Now this time we're going to come into our Navasana. So this is our boat pose, catching underneath the hamstrings to just give the back a moment to adjust. And then we'll lift the legs. So option to keep holding onto the legs, option to release the hands for 5. So we lift the sternum, and then you lift the corners of your mouth. 4, 3, 2. Good. So as we exhale, just start to bend the knees, release the feet. Now we're coming into the same thing that we started with. So bring your feet together like a little butterfly, but then move them forward a bit like a diamond shape. We're going to grab a hold of the shin bones, close the eyes, sit tall. Plug the belly button back. I want you to engage your pelvic floor with the intention to lift the energy upward towards your head. Good. So we'll take the elbows back. So pulling back on the shins, draw the elbows back. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, rock back, round out the spine, lower the chin. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. So we'll sit up tall. This is where we're going to find that little rag doll. Okay, so you could just flop over the legs. Now I'm just going to say this to you guys. If you have yoga blocks, you can actually stick a yoga block. I'm sure you don't have them available right this moment, but just FYI, you can stick a yoga block on your feet and rest your head onto your block. So I highly recommend having some, just because sometimes they feel really good to use. Awesome. We'll inhale to come back to your seat, and then we're staying in this, but we're going to pull the feet back a bit more. So now we're in our butterfly. Let's flap the knees a few times. And then we'll close the eyes and let the knees fall towards the mat. Catch a hold of your feet. Give you the inner feet a little massage with your thumbs. And then either holding onto the feet or the ankles or the shins. Inhale, same. Draw the elbows back, lift the chest. Exhale, rock back. Inhale. It's like a little cat-cow. Exhale. 2 more. And then inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, start to fold. So this is where you want to keep your spine straight. So the other one, we were more rounded. Spine moves back, heart moves forward, thighs rotate back. And then we'll inhale to come all the way back up to your seat. We're going to exhale to lie down onto your back. We have one more quick little back bend. So I'm going to go into low bridge, but feel free to come to high bridge. Let's set it up. Feet hip distance. Hands are by the hips or the ears. Inhale, up we go. If you're in low bridge, you can take that Yogi Mudra bind. Interlace the fingers. And then slowly lower all the way back to the floor. We're going to extend the arms out super duper wide. Flip your palms down and take your knees up to 90 degrees. And we're just going to windshield wiper left and right. So we're not going to come all the way down into the twist, but using your core to move the legs. Sometimes you'll get a little adjustment when you do this. And then bring the knees back up over you. So option to rest into regular Shavasana, option to take your feet together and let your knees fall out, and take your Shavasana like this. And then wherever you went, you could take your right hand to your belly and your left hand to your chest, or you could just rest the arms as per usual. Start to settle in, close the eyes, and just start to notice the effects of your practice. So if you are in your reclined butterfly, you're gonna bring the knees together and then just hug the knees into your chest. And if you're in your Shavasana, you can start to reach the arms overhead, take a full body stretch, and then meet us here, knees to your chest. We'll all just rock a little bit left and right, and then just spill right over onto the right side. We'll make our way up to a seat. And then finding our seat, closing our eyes. So I just want to leave you with a little invitation. I was listening to somebody who I love, Eckhart Tolle, yesterday, and he was saying, what would it be like if you just experienced the moment without adding to the moment? Like the mind does that a lot. We sort of add this whole story to the moment. So it's like throughout your day-to-day, just kind of asking that question, like what would this moment be like if I was just experiencing it for what it is and not like adding to it? So we'll close by taking our palms together, hands at the heart. Let's take an Om and just create some sound. Let's take a deep breath in to prepare. Om. And bowing our heads forward, let's bless this day, acknowledging the teacher that lives in everyone and everything, saying thank you and namaste.